Hello. Hello people, welcome to Break Your Shell Tarot reading. We're doing a reading here today for March 2020. So before we start, I would like you to just move into the physical body. And the way that we're going to do that is just to start from your feet, feeling the energy in the toes of your feet, and then moving the energy up in through your legs, in through your knees, up in through your upper thighs, and then move the energy up into your abdomen, and then moving the energy up into your tummy, into where you have those gut feelings, and then moving the energy further up into your heart space and seeing if you can just open the little heart space, just allowing yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable and open in that area. Then I would like to move you up into the throat chakra, so moving the energy from the heart up and through to the throat, where we can speak with a little bit more clarity, openness and authenticity. Then I would like you to move up into the third eye, where we connect with our intuition. And then I would like you to move up, right up into the crown chakra. We're going to connect with our higher self in the crown chakra, connecting with our higher self. And I would like you to stay in that place as I shuffle the cards, and I would like you to either choose pile 1, 2 or 3, choosing pile 1, 2 or 3. Staying in that place, feeling connected in the body, choosing 1, 2 or 3. Hoping that this tarot reading gives you a little bit more clarity, understanding and some insight. Connecting you with your higher self, with your soul essence. Okay. Okay, so for those of you that have chosen pile 1, okay, so pile 1, we're starting off with your past influencer card. This card is represented by the Devil card, which basically means there's subconscious and hidden thought patterns that are driving your behaviour. So you're not aware of these unconscious thought patterns. You're not aware of these habits. This card allows you to go deep into that place and start looking at what are the things that I need to look at and I need to somehow withdraw from me. They're the Devil card because it's driving you subconsciously. You don't know, you're not aware of these habits that you have. What are these habits that I have that have been driving me to do things that, you know, I'm not really happy about? These things can be outside influences, even like society, culture, anything to do even with our education. It can be deeply connected with our sexuality and our sexual drives. What are those deep sexual hidden drives that are forcing us to do things that are more instinctual rather than coming from a loving place? What are those things that are hidden that I don't know that are controlling me? Could even be social media, but what are those things that I need to know, that I need to connect with in order for me to be a better person, for me to get more clarity and light and understanding about who I really am? This card here, the middle card, is representing your present future. You're looking at the Judgment card. The Judgment card is representing a time in your life where you're starting to judge and sum up situations in your life. Some things you kind of think, I'd like to keep doing those things, and some things you want to just completely throw out. So this card is called Judgment because it's also looking at the judgments that we have upon ourselves. What are those judgments that we put upon ourselves that, you know, that they're just too heavy, you know? Like, we need to just stop judging ourselves and stop judging the outside world. Just remember, you know, when we're looking at the universe as a whole, there's no right or wrong. There's just moving into a place that feels authentic for us. So this card here is representing that it's time for you to start thinking, what are the things that I want to keep doing? What are the things that I'd like to throw out? Okay, so your card, which is the card which is coming into your future, this card asks you to step inside your own shoes, step inside your own power, reclaim who you really are, and move to a place that feels authentic. This card is filled with fire. So what are you most passionate about? What is it, that thing that you feel like, you know what? I want to own that. I want to own that I do that. I want to own that I want that really badly in my life, and I'm going to go for it. So this card says I'm going to step into my own shoes and move into my own self, and kind of move into my own personal power and do the things that have meaning and passion to me. For those of you that have chosen pile number 2, you've started off with the World card. Okay, so this card here is representing that there's a time right now that you've kind of understood something on a completely integrated level. This card asks you to step outside and show the world everything that you've learnt. You might be called upon to do something really great in your life or out into the world. You might be called upon in your work to go out there and kind of promote what you already know and to teach others. This card is also symbolizing that there's a part of you on a very deep level that's starting to understand the integration of the masculine and the feminine energies. The masculine energy, which is quite active, and the feminine energy, which can be quite passive, you know, looking after yourself and wanting to nurture. And so these two energies, which we both have as human beings, is starting to come together and integrate. So you're feeling more whole and you're feeling more complete. This is a really big card for you guys, because it means that you're going to be summoned and called upon to do great things in the world. Okay, so your present moment card for pile number 2, you have the Strength card. The Strength card is representing those things that you are conscious about that you need to tame. What are those things that I'm conscious about that I need to tame? If you remember in pile 1, you had the Devil. These are the things that I'm unconscious about that I need to understand about myself. They're a little bit harder because they're unconscious. We don't know they're there. Okay, these are the things that we do know that are there. You know, something like smoking or drinking or partying or, you know, too much social media. You know you're doing it. You're fully aware that you're doing it. But in order for you to become more, to get more strength, you need to tame that part of yourself. These things can also be personality traits. You know, like you might get really angry. You might be passive aggressive. You might be really jealous. You might be, I don't know, who knows what that thing might be. But you know it's there, you know, and you've kind of got to get control of it. See, this guy here, he's taming his lion. The lion is represented by those things that we need to tame inside ourselves in order to get more strength. Okay, your third card, this is the card which is called Eight of Swords. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You need to make a decision about something, and you're not going to please everyone. You're not going to please everyone in this situation. So when this situation occurs, just know, number 2s, that you're never going to please everybody. So, you know, maybe when you're stepping out into the world and you need to find your strength, some people are not going to like it. They might, you know, might want to put you down or put you back in the box. But just remember, by being your most true self, by going out there into the world, showing yourself, being strong, really, we are doomed if we're damned if we don't, because there are going to be people that, you know, like us being really strong and proud and who we are and authentic, and there's just going to be some people that just can't cope with that. So just know that there's a situation that's going to come up for you. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you know what I say in this situation? Just go for it. Okay, so for those of you that have picked pile 3, okay, your 9 of Wands, again, is your past influencer card. This card is representing that you're closer than you think to your end goal. So keep going. This card gives you a little bit of strength in order to get to the finish line. So there might be a point in your life when you're kind of thinking, oh God, like I just don't know if I can keep going on. I just don't know if I've got the strength to just get to where I need to go. Things just keep pushing me back. This card's letting you know that the universe is going to give you a little bit of extra strength, a little bit of boost to get you over the line, to get you to where you need to go. You're closer, so much closer than you think. Okay, so your present moment card, You have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a Taurus card. This card, she gives us permission to connect with all of those sensory pleasures in our life. You know, taste, feel, touch, seeing, all of those beautiful senses, those 5 senses. She says, please go in, enjoy them. She's the Taurus. She just allows this beauty to kind of come through her on a physical plane. This is about sensuality. Allow yourself to be sensual. Allow yourself to enjoy the fruits of life. Okay, so the card that you have coming, in your future, this is your Knight of Pentacles. So this card is bringing you stability and doing something methodically until you get to your end goal. So this card is representing that you're doing things methodically in order to get to your end goal. So this card can sometimes seem a little bit boring because it's trying to bring in some sense of stability in order for you to get to that financial gain. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, the future kind of feels like, oh, it's a bit boring, here she is bringing all these beautiful sensory pleasures, but I just know that I've just got to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again in order to get to my end goal. Yes, sometimes we do. Sometimes we really kind of have to follow those plans through in order to achieve the material goals that we want. Okay, so I'd just like to thank you for joining me today. I really hope that these readings bring in some clarity for you, maybe around a situation that you really needed to have some insight. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can find my details at the end of this YouTube clip. I also run Intro into Tarot courses and also Tarot in Practice courses, which you can also find out about at my website. I also hold beautiful breathwork circles here in this yurt, which we hold, twice a month. And if you're looking for some sense of healing, spiritual healing, deep connectedness, maybe trying to understand your soul essence, please come and book an appointment with me. I would love to see you here in the Blue Mountains. I would also like to wish you a beautiful month, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you.